Hey guys, it's Creative Redundancy back again, here with another video, and this is going to be part of a video series on free cycling, recycling, and reusing items. Now, this will probably more likely be directed to helping in everyday life or in a camping type of scenario. However, this could be adapted for other scenarios, and like I said, say later, this can be put inside a glove compartment, inside a vehicle, or put inside of a backpack too. But generally speaking, it's probably going to be for camping and for everyday type of use. But basically, I'm going to show how to store bags, which can vary from grocery bags all the way up to blue recycling bags, all the way up to those contractor 55-gallon free meal bags, right? We all know how useful bags can be. Bags can be used for cordage, for a container. They're naturally waterproof, provided there's no holes in them, right? And right, you can store things in them, right? And a bunch of other stuff. You can use them for cover against the rain, make ponchos if they're big enough, right? The list goes on and on and on. So basically, I'm gonna take all the bags and put them into a system where you can store them fairly easy. Add more to the container as needed, but be able to remove a bag and use a bag as needed too. Now, there's probably going to be about a few different kinds of containers that you can use. Now, the best containers are the ones that are round, right? Because that allows the bags just to slide right in very easily, right? There's no harsh corners to worry about, right? Especially if you're using something square or triangular, right? So something curved like this, or a paper towel tube, toilet paper tube, gift wrap tube, right? Those are more ideal, I think, and they're actually quite easy to attain too. Now, if you're using paper towel tubes or cardboard tubes, you need to reinforce the outside of the walls, right? With something like duct tape, for example. Gorilla tape, that'll work too. Even clear tape could work too, right? Basically, it gives it more durability and less likely for something like this to happen. You don't want this to happen where it blows out, right? Because the pressure actually is not great on the inside because you're compressing bags and compressing it, right? It wants to expand out, right? And fill up the container, right? So reinforcing it helps. So basically a couple rolls around, right? Just roll it around, right? The whole tube, line of the tube, right? Now obviously the longer it is, like a gift wrap roll, you're gonna need a little bit more tape. But something like this, like PVC pipe, which this is not, but pretending that this is, right? Also, you're not gonna need the tape around it to reinforce it. But the tape can not only reinforce it, but can add functionality to it, because obviously you have a way to dispense tape, right? So you roll some tape around it. Well, you got access to tape now too. Like I said, you need to roll some tape around your your cardboard tube to reinforce and prevent blowouts, right? From the expansion of the bags, right? Once you do that, any overlapping tape over the edges, you want to take a pair of scissors and just snip it off, right? It's okay if you snip a little bit of the cardboard tube. It's not gonna hurt it. right? You just want to make sure it's something similar to this, right? Now, when you're putting in the plastic bags, right? Generally speaking, you want to put it down on the floor and push down the bags in. Now, before you put the bags in, you want to take the bottom of the bag, have the opening on the other end, and have it something similar to this, right? So if I expanded this out, right? This is the opening of the bag. This is the bottom. Take that, the bottom of the bag, take and roll your hand across like that, and just remove some of the air. Take the bottom of the bag, twist a little, start rolling it up like pig in a blanket, for example. Or you're rolling it like, well, whatever you you roll with, right? Or like I don't know. I can't name any other examples right now. Or maybe it's like rolling like clothing, right? Inside a suitcase. It helps conserve on space too, right? And of course this removes some of the air too. Alright? So you just roll it up, right? Just keep going until you pretty much reach the end, right? So you have something like this. Now, why I prefer this method versus the folding method is the folding method takes more time, and when you want to get the bag out, you gotta unfold the bag. Unlike this system where you just pop it in the tube, right? This is the top, that's the bottom. Push it down, and push your bag down, right? And basically just push it right down. The tape will make sure it doesn't blow out, right? So you don't have that tube unraveling. It'll keep it together. Now, if you're using larger bags for smaller size openings, or using smaller bags for larger type of openings, I'm gonna give you guys a couple of things to think about and some tips here. So smaller bag, right? Doing the same thing that I showed just a moment ago. Right? Also, it's not fit in this way. And also, you're not be able to fit a lot in, right? But let's say if you're trying to fit a larger garbage bag inside an opening like this, right? You may have to, if this was a larger type of garbage bag, you may have to fold it in half, then roll it. Or stick in half and just kind of squeeze it and stuff it in. You'll just have to play it depending on how you see it, right? Once you play around with this, you'll be like, oh yeah, it makes sense. Now, depending on the size that you make them, you can fit them anywhere from putting them in your closet if it's a big long one like a paper like a gift wrap roll. If it's smaller like a small piece of PVC, or maybe it's a paper towel roll, or even a toilet paper roll. Yeah, you're not gonna be able to fit that inside of a backpack, inside a glove compartment of a vehicle quite easily, right? And it allows you to have access to a bag that's just not easy, right? Very easy to do, like I said. The deployment is very, very fast. Unlike folding a bag, which you have to unfold if you want to use it. And the time that it took me to say that, I could roll it back up and put it back in there, right? And just kind of squeeze it down. And basically just keep going. So I'm hoping that this will actually help some people out. You know, maybe you stay a little bit more organized, have access to, you know, a plastic bag like easily, right? Maybe take that box of garbage bags, right, and just make a system that works, right? So if you enjoy my videos, thumbs it up. Hit that like key, hit that like button too if you enjoy it. If you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button to see more videos and more content from me. If you're a recurring subscriber, thanks for watching the video and all your generous comments, shares, and of course your likes. If you have any tips or maybe some modifications I can do with the system, let me know. Maybe, you know, maybe I should add a handle onto it, right? Maybe I should add a Canadian jam on, make a little thing to dangle it, right? So I could dangle it on like a door handle or something like that. You know, that's a good idea. You know, something like that. No, as the world changes, so must oneself. To reach a new level of skill and knowledge, one must practice. Unfortunately, in this world, one person can't help everyone. But one person, yes, one person, that includes me and you guys out in YouTube land, can help someone in the world. Might be a small gesture, but you know, sometimes it's those little things that really do matter nowadays. So alright guys, till the next video. I'll catch you next time. See you out. Peace.